Alright, so we're going to be doing a video on how to replace the battery on this iPhone 6s. Okay, so first what you want to do is get a pentalobe 0.8 screwdriver, or a P2, okay? And we'll remove the two screws from the bottom. It looks like one's already missing, so we'll remove the one. You do want to keep the screws in order because they are different sizes, shapes, and lengths. So make sure that you put back the same screws exactly where you took them out from, okay? After you do that, I use a thin pry tool like this, whatever you have that will fit, preferably a metal one because the plastic ones will probably break. But what I do is I push the tool straight down into it like this first. Once you get it between the gap of the screen and the case, then you kind of tilt it this way and then slide it around. Along the sides there's a metal bracket, so you actually won't be able to push the tool too deep through the sides, but the front you want to be careful that you don't push the tool too far. Okay, then you go around, same thing on this side, and then just go up the sides. Okay, once you do that, if you have fingernails, you can actually pull it open with your fingernails like this. Okay, I use this against my body. You can't really see, but I push that against my body, and then I slide my fingernail along there, and same thing with the other side, just like that. Okay, so that's the easiest way to get this open. There will be some sticky adhesive stuff there, but you don't need to redo the adhesive. Okay, so now you just kind of wiggle this and slowly tilt it back. The adhesive will kind of pull away. Usually I just peel off all that adhesive, but yeah. Okay, so somebody worked on this before. It's missing the plate for the battery here. I'm wondering if that's why their battery's having some issues. And it looks like they also peeled out the pull tabs here. So normally there's some pull tabs to rip the batteries out, but it looks like somebody already attempted it and screwed it up, and now the battery's stuck in there. So first thing you want to do when replacing the battery, you'd want to remove the screws here, take that metal plate out. This one's already been worked on, so I can't really show that. But I'm going to pop up the tab here. So this is the battery connector. What you do is you get like a pry tool, and then you just get underneath the connector there, and then you pop that up. Let me see if I can show that on video. I don't know if you can see it, but that's how you get the battery connector out. After you disconnect the battery, it's a good idea to press and hold the power button. Okay. And also, if it's your first time doing this, or you don't have a way to if you're kind of clumsy, you might want to also disconnect the screen. I have videos that show how to do that, but technically for battery replacement, you don't need to remove the screen. If you can have this against a wall, so that way your screen stays up, and then if you have like some double stick adhesive, you can just double stick adhesive this thing down to the table and then this to the wall, so that way it doesn't move around and you don't accidentally rip these cables down here. Okay, so that's another thing. Alright, then we got down here some Phillips screws. Depending what you want, usually I just use there's a Japanese standard one, which is basically similar size, but I would use, I believe it's the JIS or PH0. If it doesn't fit, I'm going to try the 00, but yeah, the 0 fits, so we'll use that. Okay, since I'm using new bits, I'm kind of testing to see what works properly, but so the JIS 0, which is the Japanese standard, or PH0 will work just fine. Alright, after I remove these two screws, this is the haptic feedback motor. This is what makes your phone vibrate. So once you take those screws out, you can actually lift this up, assuming they didn't screw something out. But you should be able to just lift this thing up. It's stuck for some reason. I think they did something and messed it up, or it might be caught on that little pillar there. So just lift it up. Oh, the adhesive that they tore got stuck there. Okay, so here you can see there's still some of this adhesive left. Normally there's like a little black piece of tape that holds it, that wraps over the top of the battery, and then you can kind of peel that up and pull it out. Since they broke this, I'm going to have to see if I can peel it out with the tweezers. So let me see if I can do that. Okay. So these are kind of some more expensive tweezers, but we'll see. If you don't have tweezers, you can try to do it with your hands, your fingernails, or whatever you got. You can use some small pliers. So here you go. Usually what you do is you pull this adhesive, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it, so since I don't have the screen staying up, it's hard to show, but you peel this adhesive and you just slowly stretch it backwards. You want to try and keep it flat, and then you just keep peeling it back. A lot of times this adhesive tears, and that's probably why they tried to pull it out and then it just tore. But you just pull it straight back like this. It's already tearing. But yeah, so you want to pull it straight back. You want to go slow. You don't want to go too fast, or you'll just end up tearing this, and then you'll have a very difficult time peeling the battery up because the battery will be stuck into the frame of the phone. Okay, so just slowly peel it. Sometimes the adhesive is just old and then it just breaks anyways, so but do your best to try and keep it completely intact. Okay, just like that. All right, let's see if I can get the other strip of adhesive that's also stuck there. So again, make sure you disconnected the battery and held the power button down for about 15 to 30 seconds just to make sure that there's no power in there to damage your phone. All right, so this piece is kind of broken. I don't know if I'll be able to get it, but we'll see. All right, just trying to use the tweezers to grab a hold of it. Might need to use some kind of pliers, but it is coming out. Okay, there we go. So I got a small bit of it. Once you get a small bit of it, if you can, try and grab it with your fingers. Sorry, let me get, the camera's getting blocked, but try and do that, and then again try and pull it straight back. What I like to do after I grab some, I try and grab closer to the where the battery is, and then you just keep pulling just like this. See, now that I got more, I grab closer to where the battery is. Try not to let it stick to itself when it's close to the battery, or it might make it harder to pull itself out. Okay, just like that, and just keep pulling. The battery's gonna fly out when it reaches the end because now nothing's going to be holding it. We'll see. It might stay. Oh, there. Okay. So it did go. And there we go. And now you can just take the battery out. So just grab this and then just pull it aside. Okay. Just like that. That's how you remove the battery. Now you get the replacement battery. So a lot of these batteries on Amazon will have 1-year warranties. I don't know if I mentioned that in this video, but yeah. Okay, so what you want to do is the back of the battery. You want to see there, okay? And then, stuff from the phone is sticking on it. Let me throw that away, get it off my fingers. Okay, so what you want to do is, if you look at the back of this double stick adhesive, there's 2 little strips here. These are the parts that I was talking about that wraps over the phone. So what you want to do, okay, is you grab where the bottom is, and then you just separate these 2 layers, okay, just like this. And then what you want is these 2 white parts will go on top of the battery. So what I do is I lay it down like that, then I put the battery over the top so I know where it lines up, and then after you do that, you can wrap this over the top while you're holding it down, okay, just like this. And then you can push these 2 adhesive strips over, just like that. Okay, once you do that, you can see these. You can peel off these blue tabs holding this part of the adhesive in place. Okay, just like this, and just like that. Oh, I'm getting a call. Hold on. Hopefully I'll finish this real quick. Let me get rid of that call. Go away. It's not going away. Well, hopefully you can still hear me, but you just wrap this over the top, just like that. So these are the 2 tabs that I was talking about that normally you'll see. These black tabs will stick out. Okay, then you just peel this piece off. It might get bubbly, so you want to kind of do this slow, because if it gets too bubbled up, then it will actually make the battery too, what do you call? It'll be too thick, and then it'll push on the back of the screen. So try and push this down as best you can, and then maybe it will help to go from this side. Usually I go the other way, but this might, no, it still sticks. So this adhesive, they put the pink layer, it usually does this. So it's kind of tough to kind of separate the 2 layers. So kind of just work it and go slowly. All right, there we go. Toss that aside. It might be uneven like that, and then I'll have bubbles, but hopefully it'll be okay. All right, then what you want to do get the screen out of the way. All right, and then plug the battery in. You want to try and plug the battery without sticking it down, because once you stick it down, if it's not aligned right, you're going to have problems, okay? So push the battery connector in. Once you do that, you can move the battery around and get it lined in, and then push it down, okay? Just like this. And there we go. Okay, the metal plate, I don't know where it is. It might make it a little problem to hold down this battery connector, but that should be it. Then you just put the screws back in. I'm going to try and turn it on. Okay, it's turning on. And then I'm going to have to turn it off, put back the haptic or taptic feedback motor, or whatever it's called, haptic feedback motor, this thing. Okay, and make sure you put it the right way. There's the two little springs on here, the gold springs, sorry if you can't see. And those are supposed to make contact. So let me turn this off. Turn it off completely. There we go. Lift it up. Okay, make sure the springs line up. Drop it in. There's also the little post down there that it goes in. All right, again, go back to the PH0 screwdriver. Put that screw in. Okay, usually I won't tighten it all the way down until I get all the screws in. Get the second screw in. Tighten that one in. There we go. Tighten both down. And there you go. There you have it. Close this thing back up. Just like this. Alright. And then put back the last screw. It's a pentalobe. Again, pentalobe or P2 or 0.8. Okay, there's supposed to be 2 screws, but they lost one. I don't know, somebody must have worked on it before. But yeah, that's all there is to it. Thank you for watching. Hopefully this video helped you. If it did, please like and subscribe. Help others find my videos. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!